Hello everyone. Previously, we had discussed on the star ARJS keyword, right? So today we'll be discussing on the tuples, right? So today we'll be discussing on the tuples. So let's get into the definition part first. So what does the definition part say here? A tuple is an immutable sequence in Python. A tuple is an immutable sequence in Python, similar to the list that we make use of usually, right? So but its values cannot be changed as it is immutable. Its values cannot be changed, right? So this is the simple definition part of tuples, right? So before getting into the definition part, so let me tell you one thing. Tuples uses parenthesis, right? So this is the parenthesis. We know this one, right? So tuples use parentheses and are often used when data should not change and are often used when data should not change, such as coordinates or configuration, right? So again, so what does the definition part of the tuple say here? A tuple is an immutable sequence in Python, similar to the list, but its values cannot be changed, right? So let's keep this in mind. And also, before getting into the example part, let me tell you one thing. Tuples use parentheses. This one I'm speaking of, right? So let me delete this one. Tuples use parentheses and are often used when data should not change. When data should not change, such as coordinates or configuration. Right? Let's move on with the example code. Let's move on with the example code, right? So here, let me go with the coordinates. So here, let me give some number, man. So I'll just go with the 10 and 20. So this is fine. So let me print something. So here, let me leave the space. What happened to this one? So this is fine. Let it be here itself. Let me print the coordinates. This one, X. Let me go with the X coordinate. And sorry, I have to give colon within this one, right? So we have to pass the coordinates over here. So let me go with, so why this is not considering? This is not showing in the, yeah, now this is showing. This is fine. Coordinates of 0. Let me pass coordinates of 0. Let me copy the same thing here. Let me paste it over here. Instead of X, let me give Y here. So this will be coordinates of 1, right? So this is nothing but X, the value 10, and this is nothing but the value Y is nothing but 1, right? So Y is nothing but 20, sorry. This is fine. Again, what did I say before this one example code? So I said that tuples use parentheses, right? Tuples use parentheses. We are making use of the parentheses here, right? So the values whatever we have given 10 and 20 for that one, they are enclosed within the parentheses, right? So tuples use parentheses and are often used when data should not change such as coordinates or configuration. Just keep this in mind, such as coordinates or configuration. So I hope this part is clear, man, right? So we have considered a very simple example here. So coordinates of 10 comma 20. So this creates a tuple. We know this one, right? So this creates a tuple, simple tuple. And so we are trying to access the first element using the within the line 4. Print x, this is nothing but the x coordinate. This refers to the value 20, and this is nothing but the y coordinate. We are trying to access the second element, nothing but the number 20 or the value 20 through the y coordinate, right? So coordinates of 1 we have given here, right? So this is what we are doing basically. This is the simple example code for the tuples, right? So the output that we need to get here is x colon followed by 10, value 10, and y colon followed by 20. So let's try to run the code. Let's see whether this works or not. So I'll just go with Python here. Let me copy the name py. So here we are getting the value x colon 10 and y colon 20, right? So we are getting the correct value. So x is assigned to the value 10 and y is assigned to the value 20. We are getting the correct output, right? So this is fine. So here, basically tuples are accessed by index like lists, right? So but it cannot be modified. As I have said, tuples are immutable sequence in Python, so this cannot be modified, right? Again, tuples are accessed by index like this one, lists, but it cannot be modified. Here you can clearly see that is how we are trying to access, right? So, and one more thing, we are done with the tuples part. Now let me summarize whatever we have learned till now, right? So tuples store fixed collections of items. Tuples store fixed collections of items. They are useful when data shouldn't be altered. They are useful when data shouldn't be altered. So this we have to keep in mind. So this is it for the tuples part. So next we will be discussing on the tokens. Next we will be discussing on the tokens. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.